The election is almost a month away, and most voters in the U.S. will be voting for one of the two major parties, Democrats or Republicans. Good evening, I'm Heather Lewis.
Good to have you along here at 10 tonight. I'm David Olivers. There are, though, still, of course, a small number of voters who are venturing out of those two parties, and they're going to consider third-party options and candidates. Our Frances Lynn up first tonight. She spoke to political science experts to learn more for us about the third parties.
Yeah, good evening, Dave and Heather. So third parties always can exist. There is no law in the U.S. that keeps us from having as many third parties as possible. So the question is, how much is your vote worth in our electoral college system if you vote third party?
We call them third parties, much like we call other countries third world countries, because like them, they just don't have much backing. They don't have a lot of financial support. They're not well populated.
The major parties don't like them, particularly in the so-called toss-up or battleground stage.
Because the way the system is set up discourages third parties from having any political success.
Professor Crocker and Dr. Pybus say the most important thing to ask yourself as a voter is, what do you want to accomplish?
If you want the vote to be the most accurate representation of yourself, there is absolutely no shame in voting for a third party.
I'm doing this trying to build the third party, right? I know that the candidate is not going to win, but it's important to show support for that party so that the next election, more people might come out and vote for that and see.
If you are wanting to influence how the two major parties act, you can cast a vote for one or the other and hope that your vote pulls the party in a direction that works best for you.
The professors tell me third parties don't have much of a chance of winning due to the political system.
And it's largely because we have congressional winner-take-all elections. It's very hard for third-party candidates or third parties to gain much traction.
And it could be hard to decide whether to vote strategically or the party you're most in favor of.
By voting for the party you love over the party you like, you are mathematically helping the party that you absolutely don't like. Now, that being said, that shouldn't necessarily force your hand to vote for a party that you barely tolerate over a party that you really like.
I don't think it's a wasted vote. I know it's tempting to try to vote strategically and things like that, but let your political colors fly. It's probably better to go vote for a third party and stay at home and not vote.
For our presidential race, third-party candidates include George Jorgensen running as a Libertarian candidate and Howie Hawkins running as a Green candidate. For our Missouri governor's race, third-party candidates include Jerome Bauer with the Green Party and Rick Combs with the Libertarian Party. There's also many other candidates running as a third party, including Missouri Secretary of State and various House districts in Southwest Missouri. To see them, visit our website, ozarksfirst.com.